What's up, man? Welcome back to another episode 2 of the Broken Mic Podcast. I'm Alan Green,
I'm Larry James.
and we back.
We back, man, and this nigga got me weak than a motherfucker.
Listen, man. We over here discussing. We gonna jump right into this shit. All right. So we was over here discussing toxic masculinity, and Larry pretty much asked me. He said, "Hey, do you do you believe what you tell him? What you asked me, man?"
Cause I be hearing the term toxic masculinity thrown around. Then I was watching something and the term toxic femininity came up. And I asked him like, does he believe that there's a such thing as toxic femininity? But we really just like dove into like toxic masculinity.
Right. I feel like toxic femininity. Hopefully, I'm saying it right. I feel like that's basically uh, women having masculine energy. I think that's pretty much what that boils down to. But uh, he pretty much asked me. He said, "Do you I can't remember. I can't remember what you said.
When like before we started recording,
Yeah.
uh, what's a good example of it
And see, I
in a sense?
okay. See me. I personally don't necessarily believe in the phrase toxic masculinity. I think it's BS, honestly. Like I understand, it's times where you can tone it down, but I don't necessarily believe it's a big thing like people make it out to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a big thing either. Like when I hear the term, it's like, you know, I remember the first time I heard I like toxic masculine. I'm like, what is that? And I guess like from I guess the way that I would look at the term is like being too manly to like I guess in a sense like show weakness. So like I was telling Alan earlier, if like say for instance you had a family member that passed away or a friend that passed away or something that would happen in your life as a man that normally somebody would cry about and you choose not to cry or show no type of emotion, like you like no like niggas don't cry or some shit like that, and then I could see that as possibly being like a little bit like toxic, like you so stuck in the ways of the world, like you can't allow yourself to feel pain or feel any type of emotion. I feel like that might be a definition of like being toxic.
Okay, yeah, we talked about this, and what I pretty much said was that I'm not finna if I'm not finna judge anybody for not crying at a funeral or crying at a funeral. I think that's honestly, I think that's weird to say, oh, he didn't cry at this funeral. He's toxic. That's toxic masculinity. I think that's silly as hell. And another thing, people grieve in their own way. So who's to say he's not, crying at home, man?
Exactly. You don't know what people like go through.
And sometimes it's okay for a man to say, especially a family man, to be like, you know what, I got to be strong for the family right now. The family that's still here. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's
Not at
not,
all.
man. It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But people they gon' try to like paint the picture how they want to see it sometimes. A lot
Always.
most of the time.
Yeah, always.
Exactly. And what you were saying earlier,
I was saying, man,
like
I was like,
with
man, you don't never hear no man talking about no damn toxic masculinity. You don't never hear a man say, man, your masculinity is toxic as fuck right now. No shit like that.
I can't deal with you right
I
now.
can't deal with you right now, bro. You too masculine. Your energy is too much right now. Like you don't hear that shit from nobody. Not no men anyway. It's usually the ladies that bring up toxic masculinity or that whole thing. So I mean,
Being
I really
toxic.
can't. I really can't call that, man.
Have you ever been around somebody that's like that you would deem as being toxic?
What you what you mean being toxic?
Being toxic, just their energy is like all off balance and they leaking that shit and a little bit get on your shoe. A little bit get in your spirit. You gotta dust that shit.
Oh
For
yeah,
sure.
always. But I usually, I really don't even deal with people in those kind of situations or with that kind of energy. I just remove myself from the situation, or I just stay to myself with it or not. Whatever they got going on, they might have a valid reason for behaving that way. I don't want to say a valid reason. They might have a reason for behaving that way. Uh, some stuff might be going on at home, man. They might just be tripping. Baby moms might be on that bullshit this week or something. So or baby dad. Hey,
Exactly.
we gonna keep it thorough here. But yeah, man, I've been around people that have a draining energy, kind of like they leech off of you, and it's because energy is contagious.
It is. It is. It
You
really
know,
is.
so yeah.
You wanna know something funny I heard?
What's up?
I was watching this video the other day and this guy was talking about he was reading an article that was saying like these women claim that toxic masculinity is the reason why like the fucking like ozone layer and shit is is weakening.
No, they did.
No, let me wait.
Go
Let me
ahead and
explain.
finish. Go ahead and finish.
Cause they were saying something about like they were saying like why the basically like why shit is so like dirty and shit. It's because of toxic masculinity and like they were saying something about like because men litter more than women because they look at it as something like recycling is weak or some shit or feminine to recycle.
Was this was this was this a serious article?
It was serious because
Really?
it was part of like some showcase where these these feminist artists was having a gallery and that was one of like the articles like speaking on the gallery and stuff. I can't remember the name of it, but when I find it, I'll let you know. It's actually a
Don't
video that's talking about it. I can send you the link.
Nah, don't send me that shit.
You don't
I
wanna-
don't want to read none of that
Hey, I had a
at
good ass
all.
laugh.
I'm straight on that. I
I
don't
had a
even.
good ass laugh, bro. I was like, what is this?
I want zero parts of that.
I was like, what? I was like, do you think it's feminine to recycle?
Oh man, look. We stay in Alabama. I don't even know where. Other places across the country, other states, they have recycle bins everywhere. We ain't got that shit here.
Like if I see a recycle bin, like I got some trash or something, like I'll put it in like the right bin or whatever. But like you don't see no recycle bins in motherfucking Alabama.
We don't got.
We
We
don't
don't
even see
have that many.
payphones no
We don't.
more.
We don't have payphones. I don't think anybody had payphones anymore.
I think it's one payphone over there on the north side.
It's one actually like at this gas station in Tuscaloosa that's not far from where I grew up. I actually wanted to go out there and do like a little mini photo shoot at one point,
And we
just because I thought that shit would have been cool as fuck.
last payphone.
Something like that. But yeah, man. I feel like we had recycle bins everywhere. People would recycle. Yeah, of course you're gonna have a few assholes that just want to throw it in the trash in the damn recycle bin right next to it.
I just think
But
it's kind of
Go ahead.
ridiculous to think that like men don't recycle or men don't like throw trash away properly or something like that. Like that's crazy. Like you don't think that's crazy?
I'm having a hard time believing that article was serious.
I believe it was serious, bro.
That's that's sad. Whoever wrote that up is a sad human being. Very much, I think.
I'm weak. Hey man,
I'd never write up anything like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they got
toxic man.
paid, or maybe I don't know. Maybe money talks.
Do you feel like the word toxic is being thrown around too much?
I think the word toxic is being thrown around too much. I think the word goat is being thrown around too much.
I think energy is being thrown around too much.
I think that's being thrown around too much. I think the word classic is also being thrown around too much.
Classic. I'm getting tired of hearing WAP too. Like I see that shit. Like
I actually ain't been hearing WAP that much lately.
I've been hearing it. I've been seeing it a
Really.
lot.
Where they work.
At Facebook, on
Facebook.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
Man, I think I actually got like a decent friend list on Facebook. I don't really run into too much foolishness, man. Like I got some clowns on there, but they bring that good energy to
Exactly, man.
the
You gotta surround yourself with that good energy, man.
yeah, that good they bring the good entertainment around, Um
I mean, I don't subscribe to the bullshit, but every now and then it'll find its way on my timeline sometimes. So I just gotta like just be on the lookout.
oh yeah, it's gonna find its way on there. It,
Exactly.
it just doesn't come up on mine that often.
Yeah. Now Instagram. Now I ain't gonna lie. I'm subscribed to some bullshit on Instagram. I be seeing all types of shit.
Man, you got it. Do you follow the Shade Room?
I think so.
Man, you need to unfollow that shit, man. My life got so much better after I unfollowed that shit.
For real.
Yeah.
Shade Room do be posting some bullshit.
Shade Room be posting straight all day, every day.
They
If
be
it's
posting some bullshit.
if it's negative, they got it.
If it's positive, they might have.
They might decide they want to throw some positivity on there. But I think people dwell in negative energy though. I think people like to see the bad though. And it's odd because social media like Instagram, people only post the good, and but a page like the Shade Room has so many followers. I don't even know how many they have.
Exactly. I mean, people like controversy. People like mess.
They love it.
Do you think that's a part of human nature, or do you think that we were like socially programmed to like that type of stuff? Like you gotta think about like the type of movies we watch.
That's a good ass question.
So many violent movies, shooting, all type of shit.
I think I think it might be a little bit of both.
Explosions.
I love a good explosion in the movie, man.
So Michael Bay one of your favorite directors.
No. But
That nigga got more explosions than anything. Goddamn.
oh man, he does. I do like a few Michael Bay movies though, man. I don't think he's as trash as people has been trying to make him out to be lately. But I mean, I like him.
What's the last thing he directed?
I don't ask me that. I'm not sure.
I ain't sure either. I'm gonna look that shit up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But yeah, man, I just think that people like I don't know, man. It's something about negativity, man.
I think it might have something to do with human nature. I think people like to know that they're doing better than somebody else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like maybe if somebody might be doing bad and then they see somebody doing worse, it'd be like,
They be
damn,
like,
I'm bad, but I ain't like them.
I don't even think it's I don't think they look at it like that. I don't think they look at it like I'm doing bad, but oh man, this person doing so much worse. You know, I don't think they feel
And they
sad
give you
about it.
like a different perspective on like, your life and your situation.
I what you're saying. I think people look at the situation, but I don't think people look at it like, oh, I'm doing bad, but this person doing worse. I think they look at it like, look at this motherfucker right here. I never do some dumb ass shit like that. You know what I mean?
And it's entertaining.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They like it.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you. I
I feel,
appreciate that.
I feel like I feel like you can look at it from both views, cause like that's how I would, me personally, that's how I would look at it. But everybody ain't me, so
Right. And see, I look at things like that the same way. Like I really try and avoid seeing negative things on social media. Like every single year, at the beginning of the year, like the day after my birthday or the day after on like pretty much January 6th, I like I cut like my social media except for like Snapchat, pretty much all of it, and I just walk away from it until I feel like coming back. Um, Sometimes it might be March. Sometimes it might be June. I don't think I made it past June yet. But I mean, I'm open to it. It just kind of gets to the point where I might be out of the loop and I might need to be able to talk to family members or so
yeah,
that I don't really talk to. Um, but we communicate well through Facebook or through Messenger, things like that.
yeah, man. Social media, it's dangerous, man.
Oh yeah,
It's
especially
good and it's bad. It just depends on the type of person who using it and what they're using it for.
yeah.
Like I was reading a study a couple of years ago, and they was talking about like likes and stuff on Facebook and stuff, and they said the equivalent of like a like on Facebook. Well, they saying a like on Facebook is like equivalent to like getting a hug in real life, and I'm like, that shit crazy.
I believe
Like that
that.
shit real
I
crazy.
believe that. What is it? I think it's what is it like a hit of dopamine or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a sense.
So it's which dopamine is very addictive. You know, you get some dopamine and you want some, like whatever you do to get that, you probably gonna do it again. Then you probably gonna do it again, and you gonna do it again over and over and over.
Exactly, and it's like too much of that shit. You'll start getting numb to it in a sense.
And depending on it, it's the same thing with people that watch a lot of porn.
Exactly.
You know, um, I think I read like a study and said like erectile. This we going all the way over here, but it said I saw a study. It
I
was like
promise y'all, it's gonna come back full
right.
circle.
So
I
so
don't
like
know how, but it will.
yeah, we'll hitchhike our way back, but like young people, probably around our age, suffering from erectile dysfunction because they watch too much porn and they get addicted to it, and they handle their business uh you know with porn, so that's what they become dependent on, and it's and it's not real, so
Yeah,
it's that becomes like the expectation or whatnot. So when they actually get to that point of with another male or female, they can't really
perform.
can't perform because the expectations, because they pretty much reprogram their brain to have these wild expectations.
Exactly.
So that's pretty much how I think that's how it goes. I think all of that goes. I think all of it ties in together
Some type of way.
some type of way. Does it's like a yarn ball. It's a rubber band ball. It's all in there somewhere.
Exactly, man. Like can't watch too much porn. Can't engulf yourself into it, man.
Yeah, I don't even. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I actually like cut that shit off completely.
Damn, for real.
Yeah, I don't fuck with porn. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same. I wish I could say the same, but
But you
unfortunately
know,
I can't.
the other thing is like when I'm on Twitter. Look, I know I told y'all I didn't have social media last week, but I mean I got that shit. I don't care about having followers and people following me. But like on Twitter, you can just scroll Twitter and it's porn
That shit
everywhere.
porn.
It's pretty
I
much
was just
yeah.
about to say that. I'm like Instagram, Facebook,
But
like the shit that folks be posting. It might as well be porn.
yes, but Twitter has actual porn, like
I know.
hardcore.
I know.
But it's crazy. I'm talking. I can't even scroll for 3 seconds, man. I'm talking
Without
about.
saying something, that's damaging. That's damaging. Also with social media. Hey, I told y'all we was gonna bring that shit back around,
Right, and we and
and
and we
it's
back.
which is also damaging. The shit you gotta.
My boy over here throwing shit.
My dopamine levels off.
They up there. They up.
No, but for real, like you gotta limit what you see on social media. Like, you know, I try to like keep, like we was talking about earlier, like keep positive energy around me and stuff. So it's like, I started unfollowing some pages on Instagram and I'm following some folks on Facebook because it's like, first of all, I don't really know those people for real, for real. I just be adding them. But the reason I add them because I do music and stuff, so I
Yeah.
try to promote myself more. So it's like, man, if I add this person and this person, ain't no telling who they connected to, who they friends with. I can get this person to share some stuff or play some stuff and just expand my brand.
Right.
But at some point, like, it's got to be a stop because it's like following certain pages, they posting certain stuff like you saying Shade Room, unfollow Shade Room and shit like that. I can't even remember if I follow them or not. I don't think I follow them, but I think I follow people who follow them, and they'll repost stuff. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
You got people that repost a lot of shit.
That also beware of the explore page on Instagram. I think that's what it's called. The explore page where it pretty much recommends certain pictures and videos to you
Yeah,
based on what you look at or however the algorithm sees where you fit in at. Uh, so yeah, man, the explore page. Look,
what
listen,
you look at, what you like, what you comment on, all that shit plays in the Instagram and like
right,
Facebook algorithm, and they'll show you stuff. And that, like, I ain't trying to get like too deep and stuff, but your information is like really important. Like when
that's
you sign up for like websites and stuff and you share your phone number and you share your email and then they share those your phone number and email and shit with like third party people, and then you getting random calls and texts asking, would you like to sign up for such and such online studies or some shit or anything, like any type of bullshit like that.
right.
People taking that information and they selling your information. That's like, you know, have you ever um like said some shit or like was looking at some shit on Google or anything on any website, and then you go on Facebook or Instagram and you like scrolling through Facebook and Instagram and you see a ad for like shit that you was just looking up,
Yeah, all the time.
like your information is being shared, and a lot of people don't know that.
Sometimes I think I haven't been able to prove it, but like you said about the conspiracy theories earlier, before we even started recording, we had like a 30-second conversation about those. But
I should have been recording. That shit was funny.
but at some point, it gets to the point where ads pop up to me, and I feel like I was only thinking about the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't search for it. Um, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, clicking on anything to, get to it, but I feel like I was thinking about something quite a few
And
times,
you'll
and
see
then
that
it just
shit.
showed the ad. And I was just looking at my phone, I'm like, man, what the
You know
hell is
what?
going
While
on?
you were saying that, you know what I'm thinking? What that could possibly be?
What's that?
Okay, what if you like sign on to all these social media platforms and like Facebook, Instagram, they share and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So what if you like you sign on and you look at certain stuff, your information being shared through these other companies, these other websites and stuff. So you do stuff in a certain pattern, but you don't really notice it for real.
that's
But your phone can pick up on that shit. So when it's like, okay, it's around 7:30, Alan, he usually looking at ESPN or doing some sports shit. So you'll see some ads for like, jerseys or hats, or they'll show you a commercial or some shit, you know, game coming on Sunday or some shit like that. And you were like, damn, I was just thinking about that game the other day or some shit.
that actually might be exactly what it is.
And it might be,
You
I
might
don't
be
know, I
you
might
might
be
be
on.
on to something, man.
Yeah, man, like,
Let me
damn.
let me go back. Let me get this off real quick. When I was mentioning the explore page on Instagram, hey, pay attention to what's on your explore page. If it's if you're a male and it's mainly Instagram models, or I'm not here to tell you, what to look at, but just try and try and be realistic in like what you expect, because I think it was on like the roommates podcast. I think they said something about that, probably about maybe a while back
My
about this,
explanation.
the
What?
explore page, and about how it really shows like what you put forth or what you put energy into, you know. So pretty much mine, like I've been working out. I've always been working out, but I've been in the zone here probably for about the last few months, probably since about, I want to say, August. And pretty much my entire explore page is people I follow, or people like my favorite YouTuber Chris Jones. He pops up a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I got on this bandana right now. Shout out to Pump Chasers, but him like Microseed and whatnot. So that actually feeds something that actually helps me become a better version of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, just be aware of the small things you don't think about too often.
Yeah, I'm on my explore page right now, and I see a little mixture of like music stuff, funny videos, funny pictures, uh, Disney cartoons, anime, Instagram models. So it's like a mixture of like
Yeah,
a lot of stuff. But like it just goes back to like the pages you follow, the type of energy that you taking in. Like
yeah,
all that, you might not think all that doesn't have an effect on you, but it does.
right.
It's unconsciously having an effect on you.
Yeah, definitely. That's why they put so much money into marketing. Like companies throw millions and millions of dollars into marketing to make sure certain things hit your eyes, to make sure you see certain things.
Exactly. You want to know something weird I had seen?
What's up?
I was watching a video on YouTube and they were saying like, you know, marketing and stuff, and they were showing a picture of a KFC. I want to say it was a chicken sandwich from KFC. It was supposed to be like the dollar, the buck chicken sandwich or some. It was called some shit like that. And the guy here like, here's how sneaky, like they be with like subconsciously. I think it's like subliminal messages and stuff like that. And the guy, he took his camera and he zoomed up on the lettuce on the fucking chicken sandwich, and it showed a small ass dollar bill about that big on the lettuce that you can't see unless you zoom in on that shit. That shit was funny to motherfucker. I'm like, they really out here like
Yeah, man,
doing shit like
that's
that.
crazy.
And that's crazy. And you gotta think about like, it's like it's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like you gotta think about like, certain colors and stuff. Like a certain color might trigger a certain feeling. Like
Hmm.
when you see the color red, like what do you think of?
You can't ask me that right now, man. I don't. I can't really say.
Cause like as far as like food, what did you think of?
Red.
Yeah,
Oh man, like ketchup, probably ketchup. Um, I have been eating a lot of red meat lately.
I thought you was gonna say McDonald's.
I
Cause
don't,
that's what most people like when they picture the color red.
yeah,
McDonald's. Red triggers like, cause we was talking about it in art class, and my teacher was saying like, red triggers like, hunger and stuff like that.
mm,
And also it had something to do about like, like what we was talking about like early, feminine and masculine energy.
yeah,
Told y'all we was gonna bring this shit back. We done brought this shit back. All the way back. He was saying like, I wanna say women, if they wanna attract men, they would wear red.
red
And
heels,
yeah,
red dress.
and if men wanna attract women, they will wear the color blue. It's something about the red and the blue.
Really,
Yeah.
I might have to look
When
into that.
any deals with color. Like, yeah, look into it, man. It's interesting, man.
Okay, I'll look into that. I'm not looking into that article though.
Yeah, I already told you about it. You ain't gotta look into that,
I
man.
appreciate it, man.
But the shit was funny though.
I believe it.
But like, toxic masculinity, man. Does it exist? Does it not exist? Who knows, man? We don't know for real.
I don't think it exists.
I think I think a form of it maybe exists. Like what you were saying, like makes sense. Like how can you try to excuse me? How can what I'm gonna say? How can you talk about a man being in his masculine frame? Like what's wrong with a man being in his masculine frame? I feel like that's nothing we're supposed to. But being too masculine in times where so wait. So now I get what you were saying.
Go ahead.
You probably was for to say it. So when are we not supposed to be masculine? Basically.
Right. That's a question that's a question I want people or yeah, that's a question I want people to answer. When is a man not supposed to be masculine? I honestly believe there is an attack on masculinity
I believe so
in the
too, man.
world right now. Basically, pretty much Western culture though. So, I really believe there's an attack on it. Like it's, I saw this, I saw this tweet.
You
Go
looking for
ahead
your
and keep
phone?
talking. Yeah, I saw this tweet. What was it,
Let
about
me get
two
up.
two days 2 days ago, and pretty much this woman had tweeted something about if you get into well if you sleep with someone and you expect you sleep with someone with the hopes of engaging into a serious relationship down the road and the other person sleeps with you but they already know that they don't necessarily want that or they know is they don't really want to take it that far. It basically said that could be non-consensual. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like what? Like really? Like what? Like I read that shit and it pissed me off. That's a slippery slope. And of course, it's basically if we being real, it's basically talking about the man and woman dynamic, which either party could be from either side on this situation. But that's such a slippery slope. That's so easy to get somebody caught up in some shit. You know what I'm saying?
So she was basically saying it was non-consensual if.
I, you see in my phone. I'm gonna read that. Okay, I got it. Go ahead, keep talking. What you were saying?
So I'm trying to understand it a little bit more of like what her tweet said. You finna pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I want to hear this shit because this shit sounds
Okay,
crazy.
this is the exact tweet. It says, if you have sex with if you have sex with someone, knowing full well it is going to be a one-time thing, but the other person believes they are embarking on a relationship, I don't think you can really consider the sex consensual.
What?
Egg fucking exactly.
You got the mic straight.
Is it back? All right.
Turn it a little bit. Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Some That shit was crazy as hell to me.
Damn. So basically, you having sex with somebody and you thinking it's a one night stand, but the other person think like, oh,
I wouldn't
we finna.
necessarily say a one night stand because that's pretty much understood. You know, you meet somebody first night, you sleep with them. Okay, that pretty much explains itself. But it's more so of
But that's you never know. Cause you got some folks out there thinking like, cause this person having sex with them that they in love with them, and that
nah,
ain't always the case.
nah. I definitely
For
think
most
if
time, it's not the case.
right. I definitely think if things were like how that tweet said though, I think people would be getting hemmed up on that shit a lot though, off of one night stands.
Exactly.
But basically, I think it's more of a situation of one party wants has stronger feelings and kind of wants a relationship, and the other party is kind of just doing their own thing. It's it leaves the door wide open for somebody to get pissed off later on and come back and say, "Oh, it wasn't consensual. I thought we were gonna end up in a relationship. That's the only reason I slept with her. That's the only reason I slept with him."
That shit sounds stupid.
Stupid as fuck.
That shit sounds stupid.
And of course, you know, people be agreeing with all kind of shit on the internet, but I really don't feel like anything like that would actually come to be. But that's just the mindset of a lot of people.
Reading that tweet, I kind of got an idea of what if it is a such thing as toxic femininity, what it could possibly be, and that's basically women using their societal advantages in like a negative way, in a sense.
Okay, what you mean?
Like, say for instance, like what we was talking about, like the whole like marriage thing, and like women know, well, if a woman marries a man and he's making more money than her, but she doesn't necessarily love him, so she gets with him for the money, knowing that if she had a divorce and they ain't do the whole prenup thing, she'll be getting half of everything. Like, would you consider that possibly toxic
I
femininity?
I wouldn't necessarily think that. Like in the perfect world, I would say yes, that is. But
Or like a woman gets, has sex with a man, tells him that, oh, she's on birth control, but she's not, just to get pregnant, just so she can get child support.
that's fucked up. Also, the other situation you said about as far as like getting married and not getting the prenup thing. If a man doesn't do that, that's the man's fault. Like that's on him. You can't really blame women for that. That's a man. That is the man's fault. That falls
I
100%
mean,
on him.
in a sense, it does, but you got to think about it. Like, this man, he could be in love. He probably think like, they ain't never breaking up. They ain't never leaving. And this woman, she has no intentions of being with him. Remember, I said she doesn't plan on being with him, so she's in the marriage for the wrong thing.
That's still the man's fault to me.
You would think so.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100% the
A hundred
man's
percent.
fault.
100% the man's fault.
Okay, I
Yeah.
I understand that.
Cause man, you gotta be smart. You gotta think logically. You gotta be able to think outside of your emotions. I think you gotta be able to look at things and kind of be able to separate yourself from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta be able to look at a situation from the outside. Even though you're on the inside of the situation, you gotta be able to look at it from the outside.
You got to be able to take yourself out of situations.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that. I was struggling over here.
We basically said the same thing.
Yeah,
But
but
at a certain point, you have to remove yourself from a situation, like you said, look at it from the outside in, and look at it from a more like logical, and not be like too emotionally attached to what you're in, to like not think of any possible outcomes that
right.
it can go,
He if
that the situation can go in.
yeah, if that situation happened, of you got to know that that's a possibility. No matter how much you're in love with each other, you gotta know it's a possibility. People are getting divorced at what 50%, one out of every two, 50%. Come on, man. You gotta be able to think.
And you want to know what's crazy?
What's up?
What? Okay, you could say whether you agree or disagree with this. Do you agree or disagree that women push for marriage more than men do?
Uh,
Like when the topic of marriage comes up, is it the woman who brings the topic up first, or do men mostly bring the topic up first?
I don't know because I don't think
And I don't
I
think there's like a right or wrong answer.
it's, yeah I don't think it's right or wrong. I definitely think yeah I think women kind of want it more, you know. And not to say that that's wrong, you know. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But
It's not,
yeah, it's not. It's yeah, I think so. I think women press for it a little bit more.
because I heard, there was a study done that 90% of divorces,
Are initiated by women.
exactly,
Yeah, I actually saw that study too. No, I don't think it was 90. I think it was around. I think it was around. Well, the one I saw, I think it was around 80, which is
that's still
still high as
high.
shit.
Yeah.
you know. But I mean,
So do
it's
you think there's any like correlation between the two?
I don't know. I honestly can't answer that because I haven't been in a situation to even think about getting married in my 28 years of life. So I just, I
Do
can't
you
really.
do you think that women pushing a man for marriage is a sign of toxic femininity?
No,
It's not.
I don't think
Well,
that.
not pushing, but like pressuring a man into marriage.
No, I don't think that's. No, I don't think that at all.
You know,
No,
because I'm trying to find an example. So
it's. I
if
think,
it exists,
bro. I feel like if a woman loves you, she's gonna want to get married. You know, I also feel like you got hella bread.
but it's a difference between somebody who wants to get married and then somebody who's pressuring you into get married. Like marry me, like almost threatening you. Like we either gonna get married or we leave, or I leave. Which I can kinda understand that because it's like you invest all this time into this person. You want to know where this is going. So eventually it's going to come up in conversation if it's either If the man brings it up or the woman brings it up, somebody's gonna bring it up after a
Right.
while. Exactly.
Definitely. I don't repeat the question one more time for me.
Um, well, it wasn't really a question, was it? It was like more like a statement. I said,
You say is there a difference between wanting to get married and somebody
yeah, I said it's the
pressuring?
difference between wanting to be married and then somebody pressuring you into being married or into getting married.
And yeah, but then again, look, can't nobody pressure me to
I know
do it.
can't nobody pressure you.
Yeah,
I
can't
know that.
nobody. Yeah, but can't nobody pressure me into doing anything I don't want to do. So I feel like if a lady is pressuring you into getting married and you don't want to get married, you got to be able to walk away. If that ain't what you want, you know, I feel very strongly about that. There's no point in letting someone, if you feel like you got pressured, getting married and then being upset about it. Motherfucker, you the one went and bought the ring, got down on one knee, got engaged, stayed engaged for however many months, and you walked your ass down that aisle. Well, no, he never mind. The lady walked down the aisle, but you the one stood up there and said I do. That's on you. You had plenty of opportunities to be like, you know what? I changed my mind. You got plenty of opportunities to do that, and you don't do it, and you go through all of that. Oh, that's on you, man.
Exactly.
That's on you, bro.
That's all on you.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't put that on. I wouldn't blame women for that. Hell no, that's on the man. Hey, we gotta get some ladies on here, man. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
Really, we really gotta find some.
I got something in mind too.
Okay, yeah, cause I enjoy like speaking on these kind of topics, but I like to hear women speak their mind too. I like to see them get worked up a little bit. Watch them speak with that passion and that fire that they got.
Oh yeah,
I
man.
fucks with it.
I fucks with it too.
So
So is it real
is toxic masculinity real?
and femininity?
I mean,
Are
it's a
they
whole
both real?
feminist movement. So yeah, feminism is real. Toxic masculinity is not real. That shit's made up. That shit's fake.
So you think toxic masculinity is fake, but toxic femininity?
I didn't say that. I said there is like women engage in feminism. They started that shit, which I do kind of feel like feminism is uh, and I could be completely wrong. If I am, feel free to correct me in the
In the
comments.
comments, yeah.
But I feel like feminism is basically women taking control and displaying more masculine energy, getting shit done. So I don't. I feel like men are being shamed for being men lately, and and women are being more so praised for displaying their masculine energy.
I feel like that's a part of it. I originally thought, because I don't know much about the feminism movement,
Yeah, I don't need it. That's why I said correct me. I don't.
but I thought it was because, as far as like equal rights go and stuff being unfair, like, in the workforce, like, women want to get paid the same as men if they're doing the same job and have the same opportunities that men get. That's what I thought was the meaning behind the whole movement.
Well, they pretty much got that now, don't they? I feel like I don't know. Maybe that's how it started, but I feel like it's some. It might be something else now. Maybe. I mean, I'm not educated on it that much, so
But yeah,
I
like,
got a, I got a couple
it's
women in mind that can probably correct me. That I'm actually send this to them.
I just feel like, as far as like, in the work environment, certain opportunities is almost like how some black people feel like they don't have a certain opportunities like other nationalities because the color of their skin. So I
Okay.
feel like it could be the same way with like women.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. I agree with
So
that.
that's what I thought the whole
I
meaning
agree with that. Yeah.
of the movement was about.
Yeah. I
But
agree with that.
but then again, the point that you brought up also makes sense too, because I agree that if what I'm saying is right about the feminism movement or whatever, like I agree with that. Like if a man is doing the same job as a woman, it's not fair that the man gets paid more money than the woman does.
Right.
Like change that. But I'm pretty sure that's changed. But I feel like you have those women like you were saying, that try to degrade men and try to shame men because they're being men.
Yeah.
You have those extreme feminists that like take shit to the motherfucking extreme.
Yeah. Extremists. Okay. Yeah.
So if we were to put that up against the toxic femininity, if that exists, then that might be what that is. And in reverse for toxic masculinity is like men being extreme, like taking their masculinity to the extreme.
I got.
I'm trying to make it make sense,
I
man. I'm
know. I
trying
know.
to.
And you want to know why you having such a hard time? Cause that shit don't exist. That shit. That shit not real, man. That is not real. It
But you
ain't.
know what makes it real though?
What makes it real,
The fact that everybody talking about that shit.
man? I look. I need somebody to give me a list of things that makes that. I need somebody to make a list of examples of toxic masculinity. If if you got some examples, drop them below in the comments. I really want to hear 'em.
I want to hear that shit too.
I really want to hear. I really want to read them. Yeah. I I don't see it.
You know what I think? You got the toxic masculinity is like the MGTOW movement. You ever heard of that?
The what?
The MGTOW movement.
The who?
The MGTOW movement.
Nah, I have no
It's a
idea.
movement called Men Going Their Own Way. So you never heard of it.
I thought you were talking about the dude from Rush Hour.
Juntao.
Juntao. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Juntao. This month.
Juntao. No.
Boy, you wild, boy.
we
You wild.
No, but basically it's a movement like these group of guys they feel like, with the whole I guess I don't want to say it's like combating the feminist movement, but they basically saying like it's men choosing to go their own way, like saying they done like fucking with women, like they just on their own way, they gonna stay single forever and just I guess be by themselves.
Be a monk.
I don't think so,
And what you say it's
because
called
they
men?
basically they MGTOW.
You say it's called men going their own way.
Yeah,
I will never go my own way if it means not talking to women ever again, or
because
not
they feel
dating
like
or things like that ever.
exactly because they feel like they it's like they basically what in a sense what feminists do to men, like they try to shame women for like oh you don't like the really nice guys, you go for the bad boys, uh you got the OnlyFans, you got the you got the simps,
You know what that's called?
just the simp armies, and they basically like trying to police women in a sense.
You know what those are called though?
What?
Incels, involuntary celibates. That's what those are. Like, there's no way I'm finna like when you said the thing about the OnlyFans thing, I'll never spend money on OnlyFans. Not
But the
that.
MGTOW, they'll get mad at the women with the OnlyFans saying like you using your body to get money and stuff and like that. While we gotta like work
It,
hard for our shit, you could just put a titty picture up and your head can make like $100 some.
and to that I say it is what it is. I'm not finna be up. You think I'm finna waste my day giving a damn about a chick because she got OnlyFans? Like you think I'm finna be worried about that? Like I'm finna be sweating that? You know, it's like people gotta. The one thing about people is they gotta realize that the game is the game. You can't do nothing about it. Do I think having the OnlyFans is sustainable for a very long time as far as like a career? I don't think so. I mean, you might
It
be
depends.
somewhat. You might be some. Yeah, people out there do got their fetishes or whatnot. But I don't think you finna make the same amount of money the longer you go with it, the older you get with it. It just it is what it is. If men want to spend their money on it, it is. But I'm not finna complain about it. I'm not finna sweat it.
I feel like they got like women gotta be smart with their OnlyFans. Like, what is you doing with that money? Is you taking that money and you investing it in something, or you just like that just money like that you using to pay your light bill or something like that? Because it depends.
I I really don't care what me personally. I really don't care what they doing with the money. It's theirs. You know it. I'm not finna police nobody how they spending their money.
I
It's
ain't
like
either.
right,
But
but
I'm saying like if they want a sustainable income from that, then I feel like it would be best if they invest that money into something.
I mean, yeah. When you say it'll be smart for them to invest their money, yeah, it would be smart for everybody to invest their money. But everybody don't invest their money as
They
it
don't.
is. So to me, it's no different. It's just it is what it is. You know,
But yeah, that MGTOW movement is crazy. I'm surprised you never heard of it
I don't ever want to hear about it ever again.
because
I can't
A-
believe that. Go ahead.
AMS talks about it a lot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, AMS
Uh,
mediocre tutorials and reviews.
okay.
Like it's came up in their videos here, like, cause you got them goddamn MGTOW men, like cause you got some men in the dating game, who try to give game on dating, and then you got the men who represent the MGTOW or with the whole MGTOW movement, and they like fuck that shit. Women ain't shit. They evil, which is not true.
Nah, it's not. It's not true at all. It's like I said. Them sound like incels to me.
I believe that's basically what they is.
Yeah, he's definitely. Uh, like for you to just go,
And group all women in the same box.
yeah, to pretty much do that and talk about and basically make yourself the victim, bro. Come on, get your shit together. You know what I mean? Like think about what you can do to make yourself more attractive to women. You know what I mean? Think about what you can do.
Exactly, man.
Try a new haircut or some shit. You know, get a get a fade.
Get a part.
Get a fresh ass part of your shit.
I ain't seen somebody with a part in so long.
Shit, I see them bitches everywhere now. I'm thinking about getting me one.
Get the hard part like Drake.
The heart, nah, I can't do the hard. I can't do the hard, man.
I seen that shit all week. I was like, damn. Now niggas gonna be getting heart parts in their head. Cause they done seen Drake do it. I
Yeah.
like that. Then they gonna start it something.
With that, what you say, the men going their own way though. I think they I definitely believe women are way more cutthroat than men are.
You think so?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think so.
Shit, I think they are.
I think they can be.
Okay, I think they can be. I think.
But I don't think they like. Cause you gotta think about it like I don't know. I feel like if a woman doesn't like a man, like she's gonna let him know, but she's just not like finna come out and just say like I don't like you. She's gonna try to like let him more than likely she gonna like try to let him down easy.
I
I feel like the man, if a man doesn't like a girl, he's not gonna try to let her down easy. He gonna be like, this ain't working out, or this
that's letting
I don't
somebody
like
down.
you.
That's letting someone down. He's like, look, I'm just not interested. This ain't gonna work out. I think I don't know if you can edit this out if you want to. Like your situation that you was telling me about a while back with the chick that stay around here. A dude wouldn't do that shit. A chick will waste the hell out your time. A dude not really finna waste your time. Like, and by
Cause
waste time, I don't mean like y'all hanging out and then he not looking for anything serious later on. Like a chick will probably be like, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, that sounds good. How about we yeah, let's try this day. Let's try that day. They come, hey, I can't make it. I ain't gonna do it, or they might not even hit you back. That's cutthroat to me. To me, instead of just saying, hey, you know what? I decided I ain't really interested.
see,
I
I
would,
was thinking cutthroat be like, nah, nigga, fuck you. I don't like you. Like I'm thinking that's cutthroat.
but who I don't. People not really going at people like that for real. Especially if you texting somebody. You know what I mean? Especially y'all don't really know each other like that. Unless you just being a nuisance. People ain't really people not really going at folks they don't know that way. Have you ever cussed out a chick like that? No. Have you? All right. Well, excuse the hell out of me. Larry is the most cutthroat dude I have ever met. But
Not off the top of my head before, but
if you, I feel like you've done it before. You remember. I ain't finna tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna
I
tell
can't
nobody
remember.
that. You ever had a chick like be like, "F you so and so"? Me either.
No.
Me either. But I'm sure you had somebody waste your time before.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I had someone waste my time before. That's like the work. That's like
I value my time
exactly
so much.
right. So
And
I
I
mean, yeah, I'm with that. I think right. I think wasting somebody's time is the ultimate form of disrespect.
it is. Cause you can't get time back.
That
You can't get
that
that shit back.
and also the point where it's just you showing someone like I don't give a damn what you had going on or what you could have been doing. I'm I probably knew I was gonna do this for a while, and I already got some other shit lined up, or I got some other shit planned to do. I'm motherfucker might go get ice cream or some shit. You know, but I'm gonna go get ice cream instead of just saying, hey, I
D-
can, whatnot. And this is coming from like even like even my homeboys, and like a lot of these stories is coming from people I know, and of course, I feel like every at least every dude has had a chick waste their time before, easily. Especially if you in especially if you in like the casual dating game. That makes sense. Yeah,
Yo, the dating game is trash right
I cannot agree with
now.
that. I refuse
I
to
mean,
agree with that.
it's like I don't want to say it because I've been doing pretty well, but I'm just saying like overall, like it's trash. Like with the whole COVID thing and like this year could have been a lot better, but it's been like some hit and misses,
Right. I mean,
situational stuff. That's what I mean. Other than that, it's been fine. It's been fine for me.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I can't think of anybody who I know that's been like, yeah, man, COVID really got me fucked up out here, man. You know, actually, if anything, I think COVID, like for my personal
Kind of helped you
homeboys, not me, for my personal homeboys, they like,
because that shit helped the fuck out of me. But it kind of hurt me at the same time.
yeah,
But it's helped me more than it hurt me.
right. So like, some of my boys, they just like, yeah, man, you know, like people say, I don't want to get COVID or some shit. So they be like, man, you know, I said try and set up a date. You know, they all on like the swipe apps and shit. They be like, uh, you know, I'll pretty much set it up. You know, tell the chick, hey, I don't feel comfortable going out. You know, out in public. But if you want, you can come to the crib. And they said they been doing that shit.
Cause they ain't got no choice.
So that's why I said that's why I think it. I don't think it's been bad in general for people, unless usually if somebody make up an excuse to why they can't, uh, you know, go out with you or something, they just not interested. So it.
But do you think like when it comes to like women kind of like wasting men's time or like you know kind of leading them on, like do you think it's like a ego thing?
Hmm. I think it could be.
Cause I was watching a video and somebody was talking about like the dating game, men versus women, and it's like men don't get that many DMs from women as opposed, to how many DMs a woman gets. And it's like it's almost like a woman has too many options.
Bruh, I just went on a rant about this.
On Twitter,
No, probably a couple, 2 or 3 nights ago, I went on a rant about this exact same thing.
women having too many options, so it's like it's kind of hard for them to choose in a sense.
Oh, women gonna always have more options than men. Always.
But do you think the options? Do you think it kind of like it helps them or it hurts them? Or does it depend on the type of woman they are? Like they look at all these options and think they the shit,
Oh, easy.
or do they look at all these options and be like, "Damn, it's just a lot of options."
It's bro. It has to. It's. I think it's human nature for it to be somewhat of an ego boost. I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone, male or female, can look at getting hella DMs of people trying to hop down on them and not get inflated in the head, not even a little bit. I don't think that's possible. Like you getting a lot of them, people asking, people basically begging you to let you take them out or let them take you out, or like people be like women be getting like cash app and shit. I didn't seen this shit. And it's the wildest thing to me. Like people just be cash apping bread away. They own bread, which hey, like I said, you do what you want to
Can't
do.
tell nobody how to police their money, but
Yeah, you
in a
do what you
sense,
want
it's
to do.
like
But but a lot of times, like the the guy they getting the bread from, they be like, okay, you got to cash at me so and so just to even talk to me, and they'll cash out the bread. I'm like, what? Like, bro, you that desperate, bro? I done seen it. I seen it my own 2 eyes multiple times, man. And I'm
that
just
shit crazy.
cause look, when my homegirls say they got something, they got the receipts to show that shit. You know what I mean? So I might be like, I don't know about that, and they be like, shit, check this out. I'm finna show you.
Y'all gotta be careful who y'all cash out, cause them receipts.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's a real thing. You know, it's I know I couldn't do that shit.
That shit crazy, bro.
I can't even,
That shit crazy,
bro.
man.
You know how hard it is for me to give somebody $5, like somebody I don't know. Look, oh, dude, this random as hell. But I was I went out a couple nights ago, a little chill set or whatnot. So this guy was trying to sell me his mixtape.
Uh huh.
He's like, man, $5, man. If you ain't got five, I just take a donation, man. But I'm really trying, I just want people to give it a listen. I was like, all right, first I was thinking, I'm gonna give him $1 for it. You know what I'm saying? Since you want a donation. And I seen him. I looked him in the eye, man. He looked like he was really trying to get after this shit. He looked like he put out some. The way he presented to me, you can kind of tell like he felt like he had put out some quality shit. Like he really worked hard on it.
Yeah.
So I gave him the whole five, man, and I actually felt good about that. And he gave me this. It's still in my deck now in my own car.
Did
It
you
was
listen
actually
to
pretty
it?
straight.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it was
listen to
pretty straight. It was actually pretty straight. Yeah, but like I did that. The dude gave me, his mixtape or studio EP or whatever. I don't know exactly what he wanted to call it, but yeah. But you think I'm finna pay somebody $5 to send a text to him? Man, get the fuck out of here. You gotta have more respect for yourself than that.
it? Exactly, man. And then I'm tired. It's like I done got to the point where it's like I have to be real, like careful about who I let borrow money, who I lend money to, and who I give money to because I done had so many situations. I'm the type of person, if I see somebody struggling and I got the means to help them and I choose not to, knowing that it's not finna really hurt me for real at that moment or at that time, like I'll feel bad. So it's like one time I was at work and I was walking to Green Acres. Shout out to Green Acres.
Good as fuck.
I seen
Rated
somebody.
GAF.
I forgot who it was. I seen somebody post a status on Facebook that was like Green Acres chicken trash, and everybody was saying that
They
shit.
get their ass suplexed out here.
I low key wanted to share that shit. I was like, I fuck with Green Acres, but I only fuck with it because that was the close thing to my job that I
Yeah.
could walk to that I could eat something. But other than that, like I don't really go to Green Acres like that. But shouts out to them though, cause they helped your boy out when I ain't had shit for real. But
You before we go into what's important, you begin to catch up on your shit at Green Acres.
oh
Like you
hell
get it all
no,
the way.
no.
Okay, I was finna say, man, I don't know how people eat ketchup on chicken. That's that heathen shit to me.
I can't
Uh,
do that shit. I get some hot sauce on it,
yeah,
but I can't do no ketchup.
I get the hot sauce and salt and pepper, man. People going all the way with that shit, that thick ass ketchup,
I
man.
had a coworker that bought a fried bologna sandwich from Green Acres.
I
And
heard them bitches good as fuck though.
I was looking at her like, why the hell you bought this? Like, there's some shit that you could have made that shit at home.
I mean, you can make chicken wings at the house. I mean, I agree. I agree. You could have made it at home, but I've never heard anybody down talk they bologna sandwich though. So I guess it's
Is
that
that
real.
shit really that
I
good?
guess it's that real deal. I ain't had it.
I'ma buy that shit, and if I don't like that shit,
Let me know how it go. All right, go ahead. What
you
you was
probably
like?
gonna buy it before me though.
I ain't been to Green Acres in a minute.
But I don't know. I might check it out. But yeah, man, I was like, I was I was I was walking there and there was this homeless guy. He had asked me, he was like, "Hey man, do you got any like money you could spare right quick?" I was like, "Well, not right now. Let me go in here and buy my food, and then the change that I get back, I give it to you." He was like, "Okay then." So I went in there. I got my food on my way out. He waiting by the door and stuff. And I reached in my pocket. I grabbed my change or whatever,
Yeah.
and I gave it to him. I want to say it was about like maybe 75, 85 cents or something like that. I gave it to him, and he looked down at his hand and looked back up. He was like, "That's it?" And I was like, "Nigga, the fuck, bruh." Like, and that, but I was so pissed. But I was like, "Nigga." I was like, "Man, these homeless folks bold, bro."
Oh yeah.
Like bold as fuck. That shit crazy. I was like, what you mean? That's all I got? Hell yeah, that's all I got. What you was expecting?
Shit, that's it. Man, probably been waiting on to come up all day. You probably let them down,
And
man.
it's terrible, man. Like I feel for the homeless, man, cause they go through a lot of shit, man. And it's
Yeah.
like but it's like some situations you gotta watch out for, cause like some of them homeless folks they gonna try to play you too. Cause that shit happened twice to me. Back when I used to work at Walgreens. It was this young dude who used to come in there late at night, and like he had asked me for money because he said like he needed like some money for gas or some shit. So I no to feed him and his little sister or some shit like that. Saying he ain't had no money or some shit. So he like asked for $5. So I gave it to him or whatever. So turns out, he came back in there. Turns out, he like confessed to me like, I'm sorry, man, I lied to you. Like, real reason I asked for money, he was like, my dad kicked me out. I'm homeless. He was sleeping behind the Chevron that was across the street
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, I was trying to help the dude out, telling him like, what jobs hiring, where he can like, try to apply for and stuff like that. So he said, and the story didn't add up. Said he was selling weed so he can make money. But I'm like, but he said he couldn't take a drug test because he been smoking the weed. So I'm like, I'm like, what? So I'm like, after this situation, I was like, man, I just gotta be careful. Then the last situation, this shit happened recently, like a month ago recently. So I'm on Lakeview, right?
It always starts with
I'm
late.
walking to my car, and I'm pretty sure if folks be on Lakeview, they probably done came across this man before. This tall, bald headed guy with glasses, probably by your complexion. He was talking to me. He like, hey man, he like, can I ask you for a favor? He like, me and my wife stranded on such and such street. I was trying to see if you had $20 you could let me borrow for gas and stuff like that. I like, man, I ain't got no money on me, but I can go to the ATM and get the $20 out. He was like, thank you, man. He like asked me, he told me his name, and like, I used to play for such and such because he used to play college football for somebody.
That mother probably lying like hell.
Oh yeah, he was,
Yeah.
but I didn't know then. So he seen me. I didn't have.
I was talking about the playing ball thing. Go ahead. My bad.
I'm talking about all of
Oh, okay.
it. So I got the 20 out for him. I had gave it to him. He asked me could I take him back to like where it was at, where he's supposed to be waiting for a ride, cause he was like somebody was gonna come get him. And I had took him back. I had took him to the Wendy's over there by Southtown. So I dropped him off. I shook his hand. I was like, all right, man, catch you later, man. Be safe or whatever and stuff like that. So I was like, damn, I felt good because, I'm helping out somebody, somebody less fortunate than I am.
Right.
So maybe about like a month later, I was on Lakeview. I seen the same guy again.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't have on my hat. Well, I ain't have on a hat the first time I seen him. So he saw my braids or whatever. But this time I had a hat on, different clothes and everything. And I seen him. So I recognized him. I thought he recognized me. That nigga didn't recognize me. Walked up to me. I was finna say, hey man, how you been? I ain't say none of that. So I walked up to him. I was about to, but he spoke first. He was like, hey man, let me ask you a favor.
You got $20 I can borrow.
you know, me and my wife stranded on such and such street. The same, like, bruh, he ain't changed now one word.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, man, I ain't got it. He like, okay then. He like, thank you for your time, and just kept walking. I was like, damn, I just walked away in shame. I was like, it's really niggas out there doing that shit.
Oh yeah. All the time.
I was like, this shit crazy.
Yeah, man. It's a dirty world. What they what's the saying? How the saying goes? Sharks gotta eat too. So yeah, it's you definitely gotta watch who you give your hard earned money to. And don't be cash apping nobody just so they can give you a text back, man. Have some damn self respect. For real. But let's move on to what happened to you. Oh, what was it 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago?
2 nights ago, Friday.
Friday evening. Larry has a story to tell y'all.
Oh
Uh,
man.
uh, Clear your minds, open your hearts, and pay attention.
Um. So 2 nights ago, for those of you who don't know, because it's a lot of folks that don't know, and it's like I ain't want to have the time of like scrolling through my phone, texting this person, texting that person. So if the opportunity presented itself, I tell them like what's going on, because I really been trying to deal with the situation all weekend. But yeah, man, I was involved in a car wreck. A car sideswiped me, and they uh they fucked up the front right end of my car. My axle bent, so I couldn't drive it. Um, it was crazy, man, and it's like I learned a valuable lesson, and it's like for one thing, having my priorities in order, because first of all, like I wasn't insured, so why you looking like that?
I'm taking it all in again.
A week. But
How am I looking? Go ahead.
you just looking crazy. You just like,
Oh,
but no, I wasn't insured. So if I'm at fault for the accident, then that means everything will be coming out of my pocket. So what?
you asking me?
Unless you hit my foot.
Oh, my fault. No, that was an accident. Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
so like I have to end up paying for everything, but like I'm still waiting on everything to come back and stuff like that. But um, long story short, I'm okay. I didn't suffer any like real crazy damage or anything like that. I had like a headache or whatever. That was about it. I took some goody powder and shit for that. So I'm good now. But yeah, man, I just want to like let everybody know and share my story. Like, you never know what life gonna throw at you, so you just gotta be like prepared for anything. And this time, like, I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared for this. So now I'm dealing and I'm suffering with the consequences, and I'm sharing my story. I don't like to put my business out like that because I got haters and shit, and niggas be praying on my downfall and shit. But fuck them niggas.
Bro,
But
you are funny as hell.
but I'm putting it out there to share my story so somebody can learn from it. And this is for me too, cause I can always go back and look at this moment. But yeah, I'm sharing my story so the next person doesn't have to suffer. Like get your shit in order, get your shit together. And it's like I had friends and shit telling me like, yo, Larry, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it's like one of my bad habits is like something my mama always tell me. She was like, you always putting stuff off. I was finna say shit. I don't want to say. I don't want to say my mom be cussing at me, but she do be cussing at my ass. Y'all be putting shit off, you know, for tomorrow. What you can do for today, and shit like that's a bad habit of yours. And that's what I was doing. I kept putting it off, thinking like, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna do this and that. And certain stuff come up and stuff that I gotta take care of and I gotta do. But it's like putting your priorities first and handling your business. That's something that that I'm learning more as I get older. And this is one of those situations. But you know, my God is an awesome God. You feel me? I was explaining to Alan. I didn't have enough money to get the car towed, so he asked me, how much I got in my account. So last time I checked my account, which was about like a couple of hours before the accident, I had $11.45 in my account. I checked my account when he asked me. I had $111. $100 got deposited into my account from somewhere, and I don't know where the hell that shit came from. But I'm like, it had to be God. It had to be. And I'm like, shit crazy. So, he cashed out me the money. I was able to tow the car. Luckily, I was able to tow the car back to my spot. And so now I'm just trying to like see, how I go about getting it repaired and stuff. And it's like, and I've been down before. Like, this ain't the first time. Like, so I'm gonna bounce back. So, but I'm just sharing my story and my experience so hopefully somebody can learn from it for real, for real. Like, get your shit together, have your shit in order. And it's like, luckily I had a good officer because he was saying like, yo, if I was any other officer, he like, you would have got a ticket, and the other guy would have got a ticket too because the other guy tag was expired, so he would have got a ticket as well. So the police officer, he was like, it's already bad enough y'all was in a car accident. He was like, I ain't trying to make the situation worse. So thank God for that. So
Right, right.
I'm gonna just continue and pray on the situation, and I want y'all to pray for me too. So you know it's crazy out here, man. 2020 been a crazy year. It's been a hell of a year. So man, y'all continue to pray for your boy. And I'm just giving y'all this quick update. But yeah, man, how you feel about the whole situation, man?
I'm really glad you was able to get it towed back to your crib. I done dealt with getting my shit towed to like a lot, and it was not a good experience. So yeah, when you asked me, that's why I was like, yeah, man, see how much it. Cause I think you said it was gonna be free for them to tow it to the lot.
Yeah, it was gonna be free for them to tow it to a lot, but anywhere else within the Birmingham city limits, it would have cost like 120.
Yeah, and see, I told him, I said, yeah, man, you want to go ahead and get that towed back to your crib. Like, let's go on and handle that shit now. Cause the longer it stay in that lot, it's gonna get more expensive each and every day. Money gonna get added on each and every day that is there. So just go ahead and get it towed to the crib. Cause I said when you get out the lot, you gonna tow it back to your crib anyway. So yeah, I'm glad we handled that. So for sure. Uh,
Yeah, man,
anything
I'm
else you
I'm
gotta say?
I'm sharing this with everybody, man. Like, if you don't have your shit together, get your shit together, man. I'm learning every day. I slack in some areas, but a lot of shit been going on this year. But it's like a lot of positivity been going on too. So I ain't trying to look past that, and like I ain't trying to dwell on the negative shit because I ain't gonna lie, this shit did like kind of make me depressed a little bit because it's like, damn, like I had all these plans, stuff that I planned on doing, but now like this done happened. And because I didn't have my shit together like I was supposed to, I'm suffering the consequences, and now like shit's been pushed back again. So it's like now I'm just trying to like get everything together and get everything in order. And if I would have did what I was supposed to at the beginning, then I wouldn't have to deal for this. I wouldn't have to deal with it now. And now I'm dealing with it now. So it's like I'm just trying to keep a level head through it all, and I'm trying to stay positive about it. I ain't like super depressed, like playing. I don't know, listen to some shit, some depressing shit, goddamn. But
Yeah.
no, I'm staying uplifted through this situation. I'm praying every day about it. I'm getting it together. I ain't hurting, but hey, I'm gonna leave my cash app in the description.
I don't even blame you. I don't blame you for
I
this
believe my
situation.
cash app in the description. If y'all want to cash out me anything, $1, 50 cent, you know,
Help my boy out, man.
help me out. Help me help you.
Yeah, man, that's a crazy ass situation. I'm sorry you got to go through that. Uh, let's pretty much get ready to wrap this thing up. We got one more topic to go over. Uh, who you got, man? We talked last week extensively about Jeezy versus Ti. It got changed. Ti is no longer involved, and we kind of went through like a small scenario to where we did say who we would have in Jeezy versus Gucci. So we're not gonna go deep into that again, but Who you got? Jeezy or Gucci?
Yeah.
Oh man, I knew he was gonna say that shit.
Look, man. Look. I'm sorry, man. I might have to. I don't know, man. I want to say Jeezy, bro, but it's like me. Honestly, I done listen to more. I done listen to more Gucci Man songs than Jeezy songs.
Okay.
So I kind of feel a little biased in the situation.
Yeah,
Like I'll probably say Jeezy might be the better artist, like all around.
he
But I
is.
just listen to more Gucci.
Yeah.
Like it's a like say for instance, like if we were to compare somebody like let me see. Like well I really can't cause me saying that is basically saying like the same thing I just said. I was gonna say like comparing like Gucci to like Jay-Z. Like obviously like somebody would think like Jay-Z is the better artist, but it's like who do you listen to more?
Yeah.
Like
As always, I do say it will always be a preference among whoever's listening. Me personally, I'm taking Jeezy
look man, I know you
without
got Jeezy.
without question. Is honestly, I don't even think it's close. Gucci Man got like 700 songs though. How many songs? Gucci Man got hella songs.
He probably got more than that. It's
700.
yeah, it's probably a lot. It's a lot of shit we haven't heard. It's a lot of probably mixtapes ain't nobody never even heard of that then came out. I done heard songs that niggas Zaytoven rapping with Gucci. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot of like, old shit.
And
Like
see, he got all that, and I can probably. I mean, it ain't that many songs I really give a damn about with Gucci Mane. So of course, as y'all can see, I'm biased as hell when it comes to this topic. Um,
I feel like Gucci, he might have more hits than Jeezy, but I feel like Jeezy got
how
stronger,
how
like
would
better hits.
how would G, okay? How would Gucci have more hits than Jeezy?
I mean, basically like what we was talking about like the last
You talking
podcast.
about like hit? Like what do you mean hits? Like
Like hits
charts?
like it could be on the charts, it could be street hits, but it's like it's a lot of songs that it's a lot of songs that don't come on the radio, but if they play in the club, like that shit would be turned.
I got you. Okay.
And I feel like Gucci has more of those songs than Jeezy does.
Okay. I I feel like it's highly debatable, but I give you that though. I give you that. So yeah,
But like you said, like Jeezy just hit the streets the harder.
yeah, like no other. Still ain't seen that shit. I ain't seen nobody
So
mimic it
it
yet.
it just depends on, you know, what songs they gonna choose. 20 songs. Gucci got a big ass catalog to go through to pull out 20 songs. But what I'm hoping to hear, like what we was talking about in the car, I want to hear the intro to State versus Roger Davis.
Yeah,
I want to hear Lemonade, and I want to hear Worst Enemy. Them three songs they have to be in them 20.
yeah, that's true.
If Gucci want to win,
Okay. Yeah, I yeah, I guess. I mean, I see what you're saying. You right. I see what you're saying. Uh,
but I just feel like I'm a little biased because it's like I know more Gucci songs than Jeezy.
yeah.
I like Jeezy better, but
Larry,
I
you
know
confusing
more.
the shit out of me now.
But I know more Gucci songs.
Okay, I got
Like that
you.
don't make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I got you.
Like it's almost saying like, what's the difference? Like when you compare, like who do you think better, like Kendrick or Cole?
I prefer Cole over Kendrick.
You prefer Cole over Kendrick.
Yeah,
You prefer Cole over Kendrick,
I
or is
prefer
Cole
Cole.
better than
I
Kendrick?
prefer Cole over Kendrick. Uh, Pause it.
But like we were saying though, like I can listen to Drake and I can listen to Kendrick. Like I I think Kendrick might be the better like artist when it comes between like Drake and Kendrick.
Really, artist.
Yeah.
Think so? Drake is pop culture personified.
But like
You mean like pure rapper?
I mean like all around artists, like the thought that they put into their content, the stuff that it provokes, like the intricacies of their writing and the way they put stuff together, the way the albums put together.
I got what you're saying.
But I prefer to listen to Drake over Kendrick,
I got
even though I think Kendrick the better artist. So that's what I was trying to say when I'm talking about Jeezy versus Gucci. Like I obviously think Jeezy might be the better artist,
you. Okay.
but I I would listen to Gucci
Okay. I respect it.
before Jeezy.
I respect
But Jesus still got shit that I fuck with. So that's what I was kind of saying.
it. Okay.
Because it's like, I'll say like, I don't want to say Kendrick better than Drake and Cole. But like, I know more Drake and Cole songs than I do know Kendrick. Like, I listen to all they songs, they whole catalogs, every mixtape, even the shit that don't nobody like fuck with for real, don't nobody listen to. Like, I went back and I listened to all that shit. So that's what I was basically saying.
Okay.
So like really I think it can go either or. But if I were to pick a side, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I might you know what, fuck it. I might say Jeezy.
Okay. You talked yourself into it. Without you talked yourself into choosing Jeezy by talking about Gucci. I got you.
Some type of way I got to it. But I got to it.
I got you.
I really want to say Gucci man, but it's like I feel like somebody would probably argue that since Gucci has more music, then it would be easier for Gucci man. But I think that's what makes it harder because Gucci has so much music. It'll be easy for him to fuck up and pick the wrong songs. I feel like Jeezy has more of a uh what's the word I'm looking for? Is it consolidated?
It sounds like a good word to use. I don't know if it's the right word right now.
I'm gonna use it. I feel like he has a more consolidated catalog.
Use context. You know what we saying. use your context clues, man.
Oh, we.
I got you. I mean,
I
yeah.
feel like he has less songs, so he has less opportunity to fuck up. So it's like, okay, I can go through this album, I can listen to that.
Yeah.
Like Gucci probably made so many songs, he done probably forgot about them hoes.
I see.
And that might be detrimental to him in the battle. Jeezy ain't got as many songs, so it's like Jeezy, he can actually, somebody could say, okay, you got any hits on this album? Oh yeah, I remember that album. I could tell you about such and such song and that song, and my mind state was how I was writing this song and what I was going through when I did that. But it's like Gucci man, it's like he just dropped mixtape after mixtape after mixtape after mixtape after mixtape. So it's like you ask him what was his favorite song on that mixtape. Will he be able to tell you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Cause like I remember I was watching a video. I want to say it was Lil Wayne podcast, and he had Eminem on there, and like Eminem and Wayne, I think they was laughing at each other because they said that they both do that shit. Like they'll both like go on Google and Google search themselves to see if they done, cause they would come up with a fire ass line, and before they write that shit down or before they save it, they'll be like, damn, this shit too. Like I thought about that too easily. I wonder if I said that shit already. So they got so much music and shit like they done forgot if they done said, like I know Wayne probably done forgot that he done said some shit already before
Yeah.
while writing on some other stuff. So it's like I feel like Gucci Man could easily fall into that.
Okay.
So that's why I think like Jeezy might have a better chance of winning.
All right.
But if Gucci, if he goes through his catalog and really sits down and study everything that he's done, I think he might be able to pull it out though.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And I feel like in this situation, who you think is the underdog? Do you think Gucci is the underdog in this situation,
Nah, I don't really
or
think.
do you think it's kind of like balanced? Cause it's like I've been looking on social media and folks like it's really been like kind of balanced for me. Like you got a lot of folks who room for Jeezy and a lot of folks who room for Gucci.
I don't think there's an underdog in the situation. Yeah, I don't think there's an underdog.
Cause what I've been looking at, I seen one post by this girl I follow, and she was saying like, depending on who you pick, Jeezy or Gucci, I think you'll tell me a lot about the type of person you are or something like that. And I'm like, wow, this is wild.
All right. Well, yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah. So I got Jeezy, and you have
Jeezy.
okay. All right. There you have it. Uh, you ready to close this thing out?
Yeah, man, let's go ahead and close this thing out. I ain't expect to go this long, but the conversation, it was good. It was funny. It was informative. You know, I hope people enjoy this. I hope y'all enjoy the podcast, man. I hope y'all been liking that shit too, man.
Yeah, man.
And and,
Thumbs up that shit, man.
and leave comments like that shit. Like we can't stress that enough of how important that shit is, man.
Even if it's critiquing us, you know, we appreciate it. Don't be no asshole though. We'll cut your ass back out.
We appreciate everything,
Okay.
but like even if y'all don't even like watch the whole thing, like it and comment or just like it. Like the more likes we get, that tells YouTube algorithm that people like this video, so they'll suggest it to more people, and that's how we get more views, and that's how we get our names out there. So that's really important. So I hope that y'all doing that, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna check. Cause it's folks that been telling me like I liked it and I subscribed and all this stuff, but it's like, I check the subscriptions and I don't see your name up under there. I know your ass lying, but we appreciate everybody who who support our channel, who support us, who support my music, our endeavors. Keep us in y'all prayers. We praying for y'all. Try to stay positive. I know this year been crazy. A lot of folks been going through everything. I've been going through everything. But we all gonna make it through together. So, I'm just asking everybody to, stay positive, stay uplifted, uh niggas turn your toxic masculinity off. That negative shit.
Man, keep that shit going. Let that shit flow, man. All right.
I'm just like.
All right. And to close it out, once again, I'm Alan Green,
And I'm Larry James, and this is
the Broken Mic Podcast.